Seriously, like springwood, summerwood, hexagonal shapes, like you thought it was one example? No, these trees were all over. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Would you look at that? More hexagonal. Look at that. Look at that. The root system. Like, this guy built. This guy owns this. He lives in a tree. This has got to be insane energy. This guy's gonna live forever. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like the roots. See the roots? You'll see the roots going up, and then the tree was cut down. Yeah, I don't know how big these things were. I have no idea. Pretty odd, like, formation. Like, completely level on the top.
They get the change in the frequency of the sky, and they get the altering the layers of the sky to make it look like it's a war going on right there that's not. All right? They make it seem like it's these huge spaceships that's in the sky that's not. And then they're going to actually use actual spaceships that they do have from other extraterrestrial species like these insectoids and these grays and these other ones that they got, they in cahoots with. Are they gonna make this shit look real, y'all? Listen, this gonna be the biggest movie. Listen, this gonna be the biggest movie they never put out, nigga. This gonna be the biggest movie they ever put out. I'm saying movie for a reason because the shit ain't real, but it's gonna look real.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Got some more creepy TikToks that might change your reality. I was supposed to add this to the last comp, but it was too long. It was too much. So we got another comp, y'all. I hope y'all having a great day. Y'all smash that like button, bro. Let's get straight into these creepy TikToks. Let's get it freaky, bro. Getting freaky for y'all. I want to make sure to stay to the end of the
Solar cycle 2025 is heating up, y'all. We have a huge cannibal CME heading towards Earth, and we are possibly going to see the Aurora Borealis if they don't mess with the sky. This thing is getting intense. Check this out, y'all.
Guys, hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Have another cannibal CME racing towards the Earth. Right now, as I do this video, we can expect huge auroras here in the next 24 to 36 hours, maybe sooner, possibly even radio blackouts in the upper latitudes of planet Earth. The auroras could look something like this, like Katie saw up in Greenland just a few months back. And if everything goes according to plan and these CMEs stay on track, we could see some activity as early as tonight during the overnight hours. Here's a look at the cannibal CME. Check out the second one right here. If it catches the first one, that's a cannibal. That's a classic cannibal CME. The green orb is the Earth, both making contact with the Earth sometime in the next 24 hours. Once again, anticipating not only one, but two CMEs colliding with the Earth here very soon. So be on the lookout for auroras, even in the mid-latitudes of the Earth. You never know. These things can be unpredictable. We might see a clash.
So no wonder why a lot of people have experienced a lot of headaches, anxiety, all these things, because the sun is also causing this to us. The sun is changing our whole anatomy, y'all. So a lot of people, everything on this planet is being affected because the sun gives life to everything on this planet. Y'all know we're going to a new paradigm shift, so y'all gotta buckle on, all right? Hold on to it. Let's get this shift. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning in my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Right, and when I found out that McDonald's have a contract with over 10,000 hospitals across the world,
why not?
I'm trying to figure out, how does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
How does that make sense, bro?
When did you ever go into a hospital to recover from anything and feel like you were better in any way in this sterile environment with these laminate floors, with these walls that look like you're actually about to be processed for a custodial sentence? Where did you ever feel?
That's why I call a hospital a house of hospitality.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, the house of hospitality. I'll make you comfortable until you die. Don't worry. I'll make you comfortable. Electric this, electric that.
Nothing to worry about when you're dying, right?
You get what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all eat that?
Yes, he was buying.
Children, all the kids that you seen on Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider was buying them. And not only was he buying them, he was doing all their shit to these kids. And this information all over YouTube.
This is a weird scene, right?
Give up the juice!
This is a weird scene.
Go!
He really?
be really cute and coy with that. Because you're a good spot, all right?
How would she be cute? Like, how would you do it if you were being cute? Oh, that is cute. Can you do that? Can you be as cute as Steve?
Yo. When we dropped in frequency, everything went through a reverse metamorphosis. They caused us to go.
Now let me show y'all what a reverse metamorphosis looks like in real time. This off the Disney movie Maleficent. All of the plants is alive in this movie. All of the trees is alive. Red substance. This is exactly what he meant when he said reverse metamorphosis. Alive. Boom.
Finally, the boys will be mine. No more fairies.
It do hit different.
We dropped in free.
So it's much easier to say I'm autistic rather than society has been numbed out and are so unconscious that they barely experience reality, where I am fully here and fully present and I'm able to feel stuff that you can't, as in vibrational frequencies in the air. I can hear stuff so much more deeply. I can feel stuff so much more deeply. And it is because my soul is fully activated, not because I'm autistic. Autism is a side effect from demonic possession of the flesh. It's the hidden truth behind society and the Illuminatis that made America and the medical system. You wonder why Jesus' story was manipulated, because if you truly knew who you were and how to connect with that, maybe you wouldn't be sick. Maybe you wouldn't be sick. And maybe there wouldn't be a corporation. God's truth is revealing itself. And this is known as awakening and ascension, returning home to the kingdom. God bless you guys.
You've heard of Inky and Enlil.
Have you?
But have you ever heard of Ennis? No. You won't find anything about Ennis in books or on Google. At least not the books they tell you about. They used to call him the Fish Man. Ennis was the third brother in Anunnaki history. The brother to Inky and Enlil. Ennis was the biggest part of creating the vessels you possess now, the ones you cohabit. Ennis is the one that you have renamed Yeshua Yahweh. Ennis never perished. But not for a rapture, not for the end of time. No, Ennis won't be back. Ennis has already returned. He's here now. He tried to show you how to love each other and live in the present. You know, all of your Jesuses, turn the other cheek and love thy neighbor. That was it. I guess you should rejoice in his return, Take that one to the bank.
Stop what you're doing right now. This video could change your entire life outlook. You know what lava looks like, right? Like, we know what lava looks like as it's hot. Runs kind of like a river finding its level. You think that lava would ever form sacred, geometrical shapes, like hexagonal shapes or anything? Seriously, just to make sure that nobody thinks that this is possible, that hexagonal shapes would be formed from volcanoes or lava. Look at it when it's hardened. Look, like a black river or something. I've shown you what lava looks like cooled and hot from a volcano. And we're told that this was formed from a volcano. Yeah. Remember Avatar? The huge tree that was cut down? Might have been a little bit of reality mixed in with that science fiction, but look how level this is on top, and is this sawdust from... Now, before I start reprogramming your brain, look, it makes a lot more sense, man, than lava. Seriously, like springwood, summerwood, hexagonal shapes, like, you thought it was one example? No, these trees were all over. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Would you look at that? More hexagonal. Look at that. The root system. This guy owns this. He lives in a tree. This guy's gotta be insane energy. This guy's gonna live forever. Yeah, like the roots. See the roots? You'll see the roots going up, and then the tree was cut down. Yeah, I don't know how big these things were. I have no idea. Pretty odd, like, formation. Like, completely level on the top. Maybe like it was cut down by a giant axe. Not seeing it? I don't know how. I don't know how you would. This is an axe. See? Easy to understand. The trees are just the beginning of the lies, though, if you're new here. While I've got your attention, global warming is not real. The sea levels aren't rising, guys. The Earth, it's also flat. There's no convexity to the Earth. Railguns can hit targets 100 miles away. That's 6,666 feet of missing curvature, guys. That's a weird number. Sun moves. The moon moves. The stars move. But the Earth is completely stationary. Like, just look at flight path landing. Seriously. This was an emergency flight path landing. How did they land thousands of miles in Los Angeles quickly? Like, that would take, like, hours. But on a flat Earth map, probably flying right over it.
I just made a video on this a while ago. This image right here. And so I got to follow up on something that I forgot to add to it. So I want to show y'all something here real quick. So when you turn that image, you get this. Is that a coincidence? This right here. Anyways, it's time to wake up. Later.
And this looks like dusk. There's somebody in the comment of this video saying, I'm starting to believe that what you're going through is real now. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm believing it too. This guy is trapped in another dimension, not just in time, but some sort of connected world. Except there's nobody in his world but him. And this one right here, he goes to the Palacio de Marquez, and they said they'll give him $500,000, and he's in there. A place that would be very busy, usually filled with people. Nobody there. Busy city. No security guards. Nobody. Anyways, let's move on to the next. In this video, he has some keychains. Still looking around for birds. Don't see any. But he hides this keychain and leaves a latitude and longitude location right on the screen for somebody to find this, being that there's a connection between 2020.
I don't know about this one.
This version is with a commentary.
Y'all pay attention.
Points.
Jesus Christ
Let me know your thoughts.
is only a symbol of the sun in our solar system, or within our dome, our sun. The book says, on earth as it is in heaven. not as in heaven as it is on earth. It's on earth as it is in heaven means as above, so below. Your Bible is written from a heavenly book that's written in the stars. The morning star in our sky. The light of our world that gives us light to see by. Is the S-U-N of God and is what Jesus is representative of. And just as Jesus demands in the story, in the myth of the Bible, has 12 disciples, the real Son, S-U-N of God, has 12 disciples, also called the 12 signs or houses of the zodiac. Mary is the heavenly mother that gave birth to the S-U-N of God and is the house of bread. Jesus Christ is only a symbol of the sun in our solar system, or within our dome, our sun, the false light. You know, the false light of the world. And I'll explain that in another video, but not right now. But Jesus Christ represents the only begotten Son of God. That's why in all the images you see a sun behind his head, and the image of that white man that you know as Jesus is superimposed on the image of the solar sun, the light of the world, because he represents that sun, which is behind his head. It's not a halo. A halo goes this way, not this way behind the head, because the sun in our solar system is not the Christ. I'm not saying because Jesus represents the sun.
Regarding the AirPods that you're wearing right now while you're watching this video, did you know Apple made this patent for the AirPods? And if this is going on right now, I can only imagine what else they got cooking for the customers. Run that video, comment below. Share this with someone you love, care, and respect. Are you still gonna wear your AirPods? Oh yeah, and this is for educational purposes only.
The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office recently published an application from Apple regarding an advanced sensor system. And it's in the AirPods. So whenever you apparently buy a new pair of AirPods, they have the capability of sending brain signals that you're thinking about. I know y'all talking about, hold on, wait a minute. So anything your little nasty brain is picking up, if you're Googling how to unalive somebody, if you got some really messed up thoughts, if you even thinking about doing it, they able to pick it up on these AirPods. Now, let me explain to you how it works. I said, damn, this is better than a CAT scan. Okay? So apparently, Apple's patent explains that traditionally brain activity is monitored with electrodes from the scalp. But placing them inside or around the ear can offer advantages like less movement of the device and less visibility compared to systems requiring visible scalp. Now, this also, it sends the types of biosignals that could be measured include, but not limited to, electroencephalography. You see how they be trying to put these words, they be trying to make up new words and stuff so we don't go look it up, but they trying to tell you whatever it is that's electrode that's coming from your brain into these AirPods, they can see it and they can hear it. Micrography and electrocoolography, whatever it is, okay? It sends biosignals back to their servers. You know, if it's sending things back to their servers, I wonder what their servers can upload. Through your ears.
Bro.
Into your brain. They've been doing it with radio and television for years. You get on the radio, it's a song that you don't like. They keep playing it and playing it and playing it, and you turning it off. Every time you turn it on, they playing it. Before you know, you in the shower reciting that sorry ass song. Man, let me tell you how bad it was. Okay, I was born a flight, and I was in the Delta, the jet bridge, and I saw this lady with this cute, colorful dress on. You know I'm from Florida. I like the pink flamingo colors and all that stuff. She looked like a big, wide flamingo. It was a cute dress. I was like, dang, that's a real cute dress. I don't think it was made here. The next day, I'm laying in my bed. Why the dress come across my Instagram? Now, this is way beyond listening. This is sin. How were they able to see what I saw in front of me? Get a digital picture and have that same bitch in that dress come across for $19.99 from.
No privacy.
When they launch this fake alien invasion, everybody gonna swear it's real. You know why? Because people don't know that the sky is CGI technology. I've been telling y'all this. That's not your real sky. See the sky behind me? That same sky up there. That motherfucker is not real. Alright? It's not real. I've been telling y'all that for a reason, because it's being controlled. It's 5 layers to it. It's CGI technology. They showed you this shit in that movie Kong when he threw the motherfucking spear at the motherfucking sun, nigga. Right? They showed it right to you, but before they showed it to you in Kong, for those of you who've been listening to me at university, y'all know from day one I've been telling y'all this. So if people don't know if that's CGI technology, alright, once they get the change in the frequency of the sky, and they get the altering the layers of the sky to make it look like it's a war going on right there that's not, alright? They make it seem like it's these huge spaceships that's in the sky that's not. And then they're gonna actually use actual spaceships that they do have from other extraterrestrial species like these insectoids and these greys and these other ones that they got in cahoots with. They gonna make this shit look real, y'all. Listen, this gonna be the biggest movie. Listen, this gonna be the biggest movie they never put out, nigga. This gonna be the biggest movie they ever put out. I'm saying movie for a reason, because the shit ain't real, but it's gonna look real. Listen, you ain't better tell people that we ain't under a UFO invasion. I'm telling y'all in advance. Listen, man, holographic imagery is real, man. You gonna see motherfucking aliens running down the street, all that. Be prepared for it. I told you here first.
Guys, check it out. So, I have found that when I do super long exposures on any bright, really, really bright star or planet, it reveals this grid pattern. So I think what's happening is this scope is so powerful, and it's got such a fast focal ratio that when I do these long exposures on these really bright stars, it reveals some sort of a grid pattern. I know you guys have saw Hunger Games, and when she shot the arrow and hit the dome, it revealed a similar pattern. Same thing in the movie King Kong. Guys, they put the truth in plain sight, knowing that most people will never see it.
For the ones that haven't seen this video.
Look at this grid-like pattern.
So I had to hop on this trend when I saw people adjusting the settings in their cameras, and they started seeing all these crazy things in the sky. I had to cut out the first half of this video because it was way too long, but you guys, this is crazy. What is actually going on? I keep zooming in and out because I'm just in total shock and disbelief. And then I'm looking at this tree and I'm like, okay, so the tree doesn't have it. It's like real things don't have it. But it's all over the sky. I don't know why I'm whispering. This is so crazy. And then at the end, there's like this giant T in the sky. What the fuck?
In this video, he speaks about what actually happens to you if you jump off a cruise ship. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Don't ever jump off a cruise.
What actually happens to you if you jump off of a cruise ship? Yeah, so you guys know I'm former Coast Guard, right? I was a navigator, and I spent months, if not years, doing search and rescue on the open ocean, right? I was a navigator. I went to school and learned how to find people lost at sea. So what happens to a person if they jump off of a big boat like a cruise ship? Now let's talk. If you were to jump off of a big boat or a ship, right, you would want to do your very best to get as far away from the boat as possible. Most people are not strong enough swimmers. If you were to jump off of that boat and get too close to the boat when you hit the water, most of the time, more often than not, you're going to be pulled underneath the water, and your body is going to go right through the screws. Yeah, the screws are those big propellers that turn. Some of those ships have got 2 of them. Some of them have got 4. But those things create a lot of suction. and they're huge. It's not like a little bitty propeller. These propellers, these screws are as big as a Volkswagen in some cases. Like these things are huge, spinning through the water, churning up the water and chopping up everything that goes through them. Now, if you were to get far enough away from the boat that you could avoid the screws, and the ship, you know, they would start their emergency efforts, man overboard. Hopefully they saw something. It would take them a mile or more to turn around. Now, moving at 8 knots, you're looking at quite a long time that you're going to be in the water. And that's if you stay in the exact same spot that you fell in, and they can easily find you. So the water in the ocean is much, much colder than the human body. The human body is 98.6 degrees, right? So if you're exposed to the water, and say the water's 80 degrees, which it's not, it's much, much colder than that. Think of it like this, like an ice cube. When you put an ice cube in the water, you know, eventually that ice cube will melt and become the same temperature as the water. Well, the human body does the same thing. So if you stick that human body in the ocean, given enough time, the human body will become the same temperature as the ocean. Now, while this is happening, you're freezing to death. All right. And you may not even realize it could be a sunny day, but the ocean is cold enough. If you sit in there long enough, yeah, you get hypothermia. You get confused. The darkness alone would probably be the most frightening thing if you didn't go through the screws. While you're treading water in that ocean and only hearing the wind in the water and the darkness, maybe if you're lucky, there's a little moonlight. I imagine it would be one of the scariest things in the world. Right up until the point where the sharks that follow these boats around find you. So sharks are kind of like dogs. And over a millennia, we have trained these dogs. We have trained these sharks to follow boats around because every day they throw trash overboard. So what happens is as sharks get older and they're not, you know, they're not as good at hunting, right? They get older and they're not so quick. They start following around these ships. So you end up with these huge, huge sharks that follow these boats around. The chances of you jumping off of a cruise ship and surviving are slim to none. Slim to none. I don't recommend it. Peace and love.
That's the message. Don't jump off a freaking cruise ship, bro.
This is a machine that we have.
It's a biological machine.
Right. And once you understand it, you understand it.
Yeah. You can juice it up, get it stronger, get it smarter. You can do a lot of things with that machine.
This is what the Anunnaki said. Yeah. This is how you know that these are not made up things from people's imagination, because everything is too factual. Like this necklace, right?
Right.
People online were like, yeah, is that Buddhist or that's this or that? It's none of that. Like, I just try to find the answers to things. So I designed this because this is that thing that you see that all the Anunnaki guys that have that look like a wristwatch, and they always have it, and you're always trying to see what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
It is a time, and it's a compass. It's a time-keeping compass. That's what made the carrier of great importance, because he was able to do things that were magical in nature, like go somewhere and get right back.
Teleportation, instant transmission. What y'all think?
It's definitely not a bird or some kind of animal. What the hell? Alright, so I'm about a half a mile down from when I first started hearing the screaming, and I don't know if you guys can tell. Have you been hearing that screaming too? What is wrong?
Leave, go away. What are you doing? Go away. Where are you fucking Zimbabwe? Stick with your pen. Get away from here!
Bro, that granny was on something. Nah, she about to snatch your soul.
Salem Hospital taking corrective action after flawed procedures. The hospital saying it has notified nearly 450 endoscopy patients that they may have been exposed to serious infections, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV.
Humans were once able to control the sun.
Have you ever wondered why every country doesn't allow anyone into Antarctica, and why it's surrounded by military blockades? And why the
Richest banking family in the entire world owns an entire island there. This is because of an ancient civilization once known as EERIE. This civilization once had access to solar technology and advanced energy, which allowed them to control the sun and moon. They were visited by an extraterrestrial civilization from the planet Nibiru, who gave them this knowledge. This civilization was destroyed in the Great Flood thousands of years ago, but explorers found the remains in recent times. This story was wiped from mainstream history so that the elites could control it all. It's rumored that they were able to reconstruct some of the technology, which is interesting because many people reported seeing strange movements in the sun and moon during the recent eclipse. So have they figured out how to control the sun once again, and what are they planning? This is all just a theory and not proven to be true, but many people claim.
What y'all think about that?
Check this out, y'all. So my boy is coming out of the grass in Texas, right? And then he looks at the sun and he sees this. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? At first, he couldn't see it. He couldn't see it because the light was so blinding and so bright. And then once the camera was able to focus, he notices it. Y'all check it out.
Wow. Yeah, and look at this, man. I know I'm not tripping. Grand Rising, 2 sons. That's crazy. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. And then he was on FaceTime with his boy, and you can clearly see what's in the sky. Y'all check it out. Look at this. Look at this. What? Why is there 3 suns out there, y'all? Look at that. And that is not a lens flare. He told me that's not a lens flare. That was literally another sun out there. But y'all see that? Check it out. Oh, wow. And then this was sent to me from Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. Do you guys see that? Do you see that? Is this what they mean by a holographic universe? Do you see the planets, the holographic planets back there? This little moon and then this huge red giant planet back there? Is that what they mean by a holographic universe? Again, y'all, what an amazing time to be alive. Thank you to everyone that shared these videos and pictures with me. Keep sharing them with y'all because everybody needs to see what is going on in the skies. The news is not reporting on any of this, so we have to make the people aware of what's going on in the sky. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. And we are getting close to that solar eclipse, y'all. Y'all see all the activities going on in the sky. Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level at these topics at hand. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
And the playing field for this game is in the mind.
We're nearing the end.
Oh, look at the condition of your mind. Antiquated ideas, bungling, false concepts, superstitions, confusion. To think straight, we'll have to clean house. There, that's more like it. A nice clean sweep. This game is played with circles and triangles. Think of a perfect circle. A perfect circle. Perfect circle. Perfect. Put a triangle inside and turn it. Now spin the circle. And what have you got? Yes, a sphere. The shape of things is first discovered in the mind. Slice off the top, and we have a
That's right. A lens is a section of a sphere. All optical instruments are created through mathematics. You see, there's a lot more to mathematics than just numbers and equations. Let's get back to our circle and triangle. Roll it, and we have a
wheel.
The circle has been the basis for many of man's important inventions. The mind can create the most amazing things. If we spin the triangle, we have a
cone.
Slice the cone. The cone is full of useful mathematical shapes. Slice it again. Slice it several times. The orbits of all planets and satellites can be found in the cone. No matter how you slice it, it's always mathematics. A slice like this gives us the reflector of a searchlight. A slice like this, the mirror of a giant telescope. A line on a cone, and we have a drill. And a spring. Now you're ticking.
Number, please.
The mind is the birthplace for all of man's scientific achievements. The mind knows no limits when used properly. Think of a pentagram, Donald. Now put another inside, a third, and a fourth. No pencil is sharp enough to draw as fine as you can think, and no paper large enough to hold your imagination. In fact, it is only in the mind that we can conceive infinity. Mathematical thinking has opened the doors to the exciting adventures of science.
I'll be doggone. I've never seen so many doors before.
Each discovery leads to many others, an endless chain.
What's the matter with these doors? Hey! These doors won't open. They're locked.
Of course they are locked. These are the doors of the future, and the key is...
mathematics.
Right. Mathematics. The boundless treasures of science are locked behind those doors. In time, they will be opened by the curious and inquiring minds of future generations. In the words of Galileo, mathematics is the alphabet with which God has written the universe.
Y'all think he a zombie? This con was low key. Yo. It was low key quick, y'all. You already know what to do, though. I'll see you on the next episode. Y'all take care of yourself. Stay healthy, stay lit. Clutch out. Ay.